fucking hate these machines.
Just got back from the shop, so gonna break down what I eat. Pretty similar to what you've seen before. Nothing really changes. I can sort of stick to what I know, what digests quite easy for me. I'm gonna break down just bits and bobs and just tell you what I'm eating at the moment. My food on a train day is roughly around about 4,700 calories, which is quite a fair bit for someone my size. I don't know why that is, but I do need to consume a lot of food, and it is quite pricey, you know. All this came to about 50 quid, which will last me probably, some things will obviously run out quicker than others. I'd probably say anywhere between maybe 3-4 days. You're looking at about £100 a week on food, which sounds like quite a fair bit, doesn't it? That's the only bad thing about eating so much food. I mean, prep-wise, I always say my preps are a little bit cheaper, but I noticed I eat more protein or better quality protein sources, so that bumps up my price a little bit. Yeah, you're roughly looking about between maybe 80 to £100 a week at the moment with food. Protein sources at the moment, I do have some salmon in the morning. If you remember a while back on the channel, I did the vertical diet, and something that I've stuck to, people do ask me here and there about it. I do stick to red meat pretty much. Like, I have red meat on my train day and my rest days. Rest days, I do add in like a sirloin steak. At the moment, I picked up a fillet steak. Per 100 grams is 14.3 grams of fat, which for me, it's quite comfortable to eat. I quite like steak as well at the moment. It goes down quite easily. Like I said, got my eggs, carb sources. I got my bagels. I have some jasmine rice. I love jasmine rice. Something about jasmine rice compared to like long grain rice or basmati rice tastes bangers. So when I haven't got as much time, these are like 75p. I just shove this in the microwave for 2 minutes, good to go. If I do have time and I want to boil some rice, then I'll have obviously the Tilda jasmine rice as well, so that's there for backup. I've got my square bars, so chocolate and salted caramel. I mix between the two. I do on my training days have a cookie, so 1 cookie a day keeps the childish look away as always, so just one of those before I go to bed with my last meal. I then have my dark chocolate. That will be in my pre-workout. I stick to just 85% lint. Anything more than that's just a little bit too bitter for me. Got my orange juice in there. I bought some apples the other day, so I don't need to stock up on any apples. So I'll have an apple a day as well. And then obviously my vegetable choices at the moment are broccoli and cauliflower, asparagus, and I also have a pack of carrots in here, and then sometimes I'll have some peppers, all that sort of shit. So yeah, that's what I'm sticking to at the moment. Oh yeah, also forgot some cheese as well. I like having some cheese in my diet. The other thing that I just recently purchased, and I used this a while back, is some bolognese sauce. So sometimes red meat doesn't go down easy. Like, I do have it twice a day, so sometimes the second time I have it's a bit same old sort of shit. A little bit of bolognese sauce in there as well, just to get a bit of flavour. And also, as well as that, it's calories. Like, per 125 grams is what, 63 calories? It's 10 carb, it adds up over the time, and it's one of your 5 a day as well. So plenty of, I get about 7 of my 5 a day in, which is pretty cool at the moment every day. That's what I've got, my friends. So if you want to make your beef mince taste a little better, obviously I'm going to add that bolognese pesto sauce. Is it bolognese sauce? Yeah, I'm going to add this obviously to it. When it comes to cooking it, like cooking it as I am now, I would always recommend putting some paprika on it. Love a bit of paprika. And also just some basic white boy stuff. Just some salt and pepper as well. Paprika, salt and pepper, bosh. Tasty, tasty, tasty stuff. Especially in your off season, you know, when your food is high, like, yes, try and make it as easy as you possibly can to get in, but also remembering as well, try and make your food taste good. Like, when your food tastes good, you're more likely to want to eat it. Like, I used to be a little bit back, maybe a couple months ago, I used to stick to boring, bland food, and I think that works. I think that works better on a diet because you don't have the triggers. But when you're in your off season, you know, you want to eat. You need to eat. So the importance of making your food taste really good and also presentable, even like presentable on a plate. Like, don't just whack it in a, I don't know, a Tupperware and just eat it like that. Like, try and make a little bit of effort to present it, because digestion and your appetite starts from here. It starts from your eyes. You look at food, immediately you decide whether you want to eat that or not. If food looks good, you're going to eat it. If food looks shit, chances are you're going to turn your nose up at it. So yeah, try and make your food taste really nice and look presentable as well. When you're off season, it makes a massive difference. And it's probably why I've been able to do this for as long as I have, because this is the longest I've ever been able to eat this sort of food. In the past, I used to be able to, you know, do this for 6 months and then have some mini cut because my appetite went to shit. You know, last mini cut I had was in lockdown 2020, so nearly 2 years ago. I still also use my microwave steamer that I got in 2019. I was watching a video, I think James Hollinshead, he said he used this, he got it from TK Maxx. So I went into TK Maxx, and I actually found it, and ever since then, this is how I basically cook all my vegetables. Put it in the microwave for like 2 minutes, if that, and you've got a little pouch here where you can steam it, you can close it. Have it open, obviously, when you're trying to cook it. So cook it or heat it, if you want to call it that. 2 minutes in the microwave, asparagus, bosh. Shout out James Hollinshead for recommending that to me because, well, not me, but to his audience, because it helped a lot. And I would definitely recommend it to you guys. Go into TK Maxx, look for a microwave steamer, and thank me later. This is an example of one of the meals that I'm having at the moment. So as you can see, mince, rice, asparagus with the bolognese sauce, and it kind of goes in a lot easier when it's got a bit of sauce to it. So easy calories, getting it in. I said earlier that I didn't just shove it in a bowl, I try and make it presentable, but fuck that, I can't be bothered for that shit. And of course, we're gonna be watching a podcast. Got a few purchases which I wanted to show you. First one was actually sent out to me by Lewis and his brand called Cornerstones. I'll link it down below there. Go give him a follow if you're interested in any of the clothing. And he basically messaged me and said, George, is it okay if I send you out a t-shirt? I'm a guy that's always honest. You know, I always give you my honest opinion, and I think he respected that, which was nice. As always, I'm going to be totally honest. I'm not just because someone sent me out something for free. Doesn't mean I'm going to fucking lick your ass and go, oh my God, thank you for sending me this out. This is such an amazing product. I always give you my honest review. So, let me put it on for starters. That's all, mate. Thank you for sending it out to me. Really, really appreciate it. The quality is very, very good. I can just, like, the feel, how it fits, the design. There's been a lot of time and effort gone into this for sure. Oversized t-shirts aren't really my thing, and the reason why they're not my thing, I'm very short and it looks like I'm wearing a fucking 90. Is it 90? Girls wear 90s. You know, there's things that they wear down here. They look like a fucking dress or something. So I don't really often wear oversized stuff. This is a size medium. I think this is perfect. I think I probably could have got away with having a small maybe, but it sits very nicely on the shoulders. It has a very high neck, which is quite tight, which I like. It sits around the chest, the shoulders, the delt, the traps as well. Like, it's a nice, comfortable fit. And like I said, the material, the quality is very, very good. And I like the back of it as well. It makes me look quite wham when realistically, I'm still fucking tiny Georgie boy. Lewis, thank you, mate, for sending this out. I really appreciate it. I'm going to definitely wear it. Definitely take some photos in it. I like how long the sleeves are. It covers my little baby arms anyway. So yeah, good quality stuff. If you're looking for any good gym clothing and also just oversized casual sort of t-shirts that you can wear outside the gym, then this is hella fresh. So Lewis, thank you, my man. I really appreciate it. You lean to one side. Thinking about contracting that lat before we even start pulling the machine. Driving down for the first half, and then the second half towards you. It's going to hit the mid-lat, even though you can't target the mid-lat, but it's a really, really nice, unique exercise. So try that next time round, see how that feels, and just really just try and make sure that you're engaged in your lats to initially start off with. Stay within your sort of natural range of motion, and you'll be good to go. Right, sorry about that. To do a client voice note, send through some training footage, so analysing that. The second thing I wanted to show you, which is exciting. I went on Instagram, obviously. Well, I don't know why I'm telling you that. I put a Instagram story up and a question box just asking people what is like the best brands or gym brands out there at the moment that people would recommend. A lot of people recommend Gasp. Now, I went onto the Gasp website and I was like, fucking hell, like 150 quid for a jumper. Like, what is this? $150 or whatnot. I was like, it's a little bit overpriced, but a lot of people hype about it. So I went into this sale bit on the website and I found that they're doing a little bit of a sale. I got myself some joggers. Let me put these on. I would love to do a transition like this, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. Let me give it a try. These are a size small, and if I feel like it, what I might do is I might tuck these into my socks like this, and just walk around like that. If they are too like long. See, that looks good already. I don't mind having the tucked in socks. These are the first pair. Wash. Sexy as fuck. What looks better? The flared or the tucked in the socks? Comfy as fuck, feel nice, feel decent quality. I'm so used to wearing Primark joggers when I go to the gym, but these are decent, and they only cost me 20 quid as well. I think usually they're like £45. I think, yeah, I'm glad I went for a size small. I was debating if it was small or medium, but I'm so glad I went for a small now because they are still quite long. Again, these are the black ones. They've got the Gasp, obviously very similar to the camo ones, but just different colour. I will definitely be tucking these into my socks. So overall, this is what they'll kind of look like, hopefully, as I'm training today. Etching, that's a new one I've added into the thing. So obviously, you know, I do the shadow boxing. And now, obviously, because I listen to drill, I'm fucking driller, innit, and that sort of stuff. It's just the air chinks, innit, so... The kick in the head as well when they're down. You know when people fucking scrap and that, and they go for the kick on the floor, the boot in the head, that's a cheap shot. I fucking hate that. Like, fuck properly, you're going to do that shit, innit? Right, I need to train because I'm fucked.
I don't really like Adiolas, I like fit yardies, so I got one. Way back when we did it on pedals, got one.
An assist this month, that's a double. Don't step on the search for trouble if you're too close.
Right, shut up, drill, or I'll put you in a fucking split whack. MVP going down. Candy necklace flavour, the best tasting one. I'm not that guy that's really bothered about good tasting pre-workouts. As long as it goes down the fucking hatch, I don't care what it tastes like, whether it's shit or not. Sometimes when it tastes like shit, it gives me more of an adrenaline rush. Like when I neck something that tastes like shit, I'm like, fucking come on, you little cunt. I'm like that. No, taste doesn't bother me. It shouldn't bother you either, especially with a pre-workout. However, if you're looking for a good tasting one, then I would definitely recommend MV Pre Candy Necklace. So, cheers. Get me to the fucking gym, boy! Turn this fucking shit up.
Back at live, I just see him skedaddle. He's on bitchin', snitching, random. Got me thinking that he ain't worth the house, but 7 needs so fucking staggering. It's like...
Going for the black ones today. Looking fucking dapper, mate. Welcome to today's voiceover. I didn't do an introduction video as I usually would do because the cafe area was quite busy. Cafe area was busy as fuck, so wasn't able to sit down and record, and there's so many people about, and like just didn't bother doing it. So apologies about that. Not that anyone's bothered. Anyway, so voiceover time. I'm here to announce when I will be starting prep and what shows I will be planning to do. So obviously, as you guys should already know, I'm coached by AJ Morris. We had a discussion last week, or this week in fact actually, about the shows and when I'm starting prep, all that sort of good stuff. So I have a vision in mind, and I'm just going to talk about my sort of thoughts and feelings towards it as well, and then where we go from there. So I will be starting prep on the 28th of March, which is 9 weeks before, I think 2019, I started on the 18th of January. I have no idea how I remember that date. I just do. So in my head, I'm like, fuck, like mentally, I'm thinking I'm already behind. But the way I see it, and if you guys follow the channel for a while, I was ready like 8 weeks out from my first show. I was pretty chiseled, and remember everyone commenting on my Instagram post going, George, you're too lean. And there was a trend going around saying hashtag too lean. And yeah, those people were right. I did come into my first show fading almost, like, you know, I was trying to hold on to that contest prep condition for so long. So the way I see it this time around, and AJ reminded me of this, and he said, you know, you was ready way too early beforehand. So if anything, you might not be like 100% at your first show, but obviously the goal this year is to bring it to the finals and, you know, challenge for that British, which I think I'm very capable of doing in my lightweight in the lightweight division. So I need to remind myself of that, and not remind myself that, you know, I'm peeled fucking 8 weeks out. That's not good, you know, it's not where you want to be. I'd rather go into my first show knowing that I can improve my second show and towards the finals as well. So I've got to think about the long game, not just fucking getting chiseled, as much as I love being chiseled and lean. So yeah, I need to think about that. So 28th of March is when the prep starts, which is 10 weeks away from now, and that 10 weeks is absolutely going to fly by. By the way, just as you're watching this video, I did 190 for free on the stiff legs today, and I shouldn't have probably done that. It's my first deadlift session this year, and obviously recovering from COVID, stuff like that, it just felt off, and yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that, but I'm so eager to get 200 by the end of this, by the end of off season, which I've got 10 weeks to pull another 10 kilos off the floor, which I think I can, just through gaining a little bit more body weight, because I lost 5 pounds from COVID, and obviously first session this year, which was 15 days since I last did any sort of stiff leg motion. So that sort of movement pattern as well, you kind of lose almost when you take some time off doing it. But I'm confident I'll get back into that quite quickly. Anyway, I knew I'd waffle on about something else. So, in terms of the shows that I'm going to be aiming for, the first show is on the 21st of August, and that is the UK DFBA Northerns. Reason why I'm doing it up north is obviously I'm planning to move up north, so it makes total sense to do the northern shows rather than the southern shows. So, yeah, 21st of August will be the first show, I believe. The second show that I will be doing is the BMBF Northern as well, which is on the 4th of September. So roughly around about 2 weeks, about 2 weeks after the first show. So obviously I've got 2 qualifiers that I'll be competing in, and I'll be in the lightweight division or the short class in the UK DFBA. And then my plan of action is obviously to do the finals in both. I'm very confident I'm going to qualify for the finals. Touch wood, obviously. I work fucking extremely hard for this shit, so I'm setting myself that goal for the finals, which I don't know, I haven't got the confirmed dates of the finals just yet. I think it might be like October time for the UK DFBA, and then the BMBF will probably be around that sort of time as well. So as you can see, from like March till like October time, you know, I will be dieting, I will be prepping, so I've got plenty of time when you think about it there. But, you know, also, I'm setting my goals this year big. I'm setting my goals big. In 2019, I was just like, I want to get lean. I just want to see where I'm at. I think I'm okay. Like, I'm not really bothered if I win or lose. And then, obviously, competed in my first show, and I came so close to that first place. I was like, I want to fucking win now. And then, ever since then, I've had that itch to just want to win. Like, I love winning. I'll be honest with you. I don't like just taking part. I don't do this shit just to come second, third, fourth, or just be a number. Fuck that shit, man. I love my name being called out first fucking place. I'm the champ. I'm in business. And I've ever since my mindset has changed, you know, I've been going into my training sessions thinking first place, George, first place, beat these fucking punks, beat these fucking punks. And I'm going to tell it straight. I'm going to tell it on this YouTube video right now. If you're thinking about competing in the Northerns of the UK DFBA and the BMBF, just watch out, because I'm going to be there. I'm going to fucking be there, and I'm bringing my A game, and I'm not fucking about. So, yeah, just a little threat to some of you guys watching who think about competing. Stay the fuck away from me, because I'm going to fucking do it. Sorry for my language. I get really angry when I'm passionate about this sort of stuff. But I've worked ridiculously hard over the past 2 years now. And even this last stretch of my off-season where I've been pushing my food and trying to push my body weight, like, this shit is fucking hard. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, it's going to reward, George. It's going to reward, and it will reward. You know, I tell myself that all the time. The efforts that you put in will always reward further down the line, regardless. Never in the moment, it never is. You notice how we're in the moment sometimes, we think, fuck this, fuck that. But then further down the line, something good happens, and then all of a sudden you're in a better place and you're a happier person. So yeah, it will reward. So that's my plan of action. My plan is to win. Obviously, at the finals, you know, I'm realistic as well, in the sense that, you know, could I win a British? It's obviously very hard to say, because you never know who the fuck's going to turn up. But, you know, I got invites at every single show in 2019, both in the junior class and both in the short class and the lightweight class. I got invitations to invitation to the finals at every show that I did. So I'm more than capable of going to the finals. And if they didn't think I was good enough, they wouldn't have given me the invite. Simple as that. So yeah, I'm bringing my fucking A game, that's for sure. So yeah, look out for some really good content over the next sort of couple of months, weeks, this year as well. Things are just going to be leveled up, and yeah, I'm just excited to just show a better package. And like, what natural bodybuilding is a very slow process. A lot of the guys that watch me are natural, but one thing I wanted to highlight upon is that, you know, if you just put in that consistent work for a longer period of time, you'll get the rewards from it. So yeah, very excited about that. Anyway, finished off with some bicep work. I didn't do any rear delt work today as it was busy in the gym, so I just wanted to kind of get it done and dusted. Did like a seated D-handle sort of curl, which is one of my D-handle curl, drag curl sort of thing, if you want to call it that. And then did like a seated dumbbell curl, which is one of my favourites. Good session. Good to be back into things. Excited for this year. So yeah, we're fucking bringing the A game. Georgie boy, come on. On that note, guys, me and the boy are going to love you and leave you. All my links are linked down below in the bio. So that Spotify playlist, coaching, TikTok, Instagram, all that sort of stuff is linked down below. So if you have any problems with that, let me know. Comment down Diesel if you've watched the whole thing. As ever, we appreciate you watching, don't we, boy? We appreciate you watching and subscribing to the channel. Subscribe for Diesel as well, because there'll be more content coming away, innit? But that's you. That's how he's looking at himself. I love you, boy. We're gonna prep together, me and you against the world. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, please drop a like, please subscribe if you're new around here, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Look, I'm a London scammer. I see it, I want it, I click it. Nights in the bando, pirates whipping. Next day, man started clicking. No boo, I'm waitress tipping. Bad B, come and take this dinking. Codeine, that's what I'm sipping. Money, that's what I'm missing. Look, I'm a London scammer. I see it, I want it, I click it. Nights in the bando, pirates whipping. Next day, man started clicking. No boo, I'm waitress tipping. Bad B,